course. So, all right. It's, okay. Okay, so find a comfortable seat. An invitation to close the eyes if that feels right, and bring the awareness to the muscles of the face. Relax the muscles of the face. Bring your awareness to your jaw. Consciously relax the jaw and the throat. Bring your awareness to the shoulders and upper chest. Consciously relax them. You might find a lot of holding here. Just let go. And continue to relax the chest, the belly, and then the root of the body. Now we're ready. So again, it can be helpful when starting out to put the hands on the sides of the belly. Exhale fully and inhale through the nose, feeling the belly expand like a balloon. Then exhale, dropping the jaw, and just sigh the air out and continue to let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Inhale deeply from the belly. Exhale, drop the jaw and let the breath sigh out all the way. See if you can let a little more air go all the way out. One more. Deep inhale through the nose from the belly. Belly swells like a balloon, and then exhale, let the breath go, let it go, and see if you can let a little more air go. A little more, a little more, a little more. Return the breath to normal. Invitation to keep the eyes closed for a few more moments and just feel how that feels to do just a few conscious breaths with the awareness in the body. So, if I had to distill all of this psychedelic yoga to one thing, I hate to have to do that, but there are a lot of cool methods to use in different situations. But if somebody said, what's the real main thing? And I would not say this only for psychedelic yoga, I would say for life. If you say, you've been practicing yoga for 35 years, what's the thing to do? What's the most important thing? I would say for most people, again, like there's a great diversity of yoga practices, but I would say it's about releasing the breath fully. It's about releasing the breath fully. Simply letting go of the breath. And you might say, I can do that. It's not the same as pushing the air out with muscular force. There is something fundamentally different about simply letting the breath go. And letting it go takes a certain kind of release of the fundamental lockdown of control that our egos have us in. So a lot of the struggle is not exhaling fully. If a person is very stressed out and they say I can't breathe, I'm so stressed, more likely than not, that person is actually over breathing, gulping air at the top of the lungs, top of the lungs, top of the lungs. And what they need to do, what their nervous system needs to do is let the breath go. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. So that is the most important thing. I will emphasize it in all of these breath practices, but proper breathing involves a complete exhalation. And if you say, wow, that's actually not as easy as I thought, welcome to the club. This is pranayama yoga. This is a lifetime practice. So you get great benefits right away, as soon as you practice right away, but then you continue to refine and explore. And I would say continue to work on releasing the exhalation, letting it go all the way out. So now that we have the proper mechanics of breathing, let's do a little bit of seated asana practice to open the breathing space and prepare us to practice with the breath. So traditionally, despite the reputation in America, yoga is to do this. The postural yoga is to support the breath practice and support states of meditation. It's not exercise primarily. It might have that function too, but in the American context, it's very different. So what we're doing something is now a little more traditional. So we're going to do that same breath, the inhale very deep from the belly, the exhale, just surrendering and letting it go with these physical movements that are going to open the rib cage and allow us to breathe more deeply. So find a comfortable seat. Wherever you are in your breath, exhale fully. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. When the breath touches bottom, swivel the body slightly to the right. And then on the next inhale, lift the right arm. As the breath goes all the way to the top, you're reaching up. And then as you exhale, the arm comes down. So the breath and the motion are synchronized. Breath goes all the way out. Swivel the body to the left. Inhale from the belly, lifting the left arm, stretching from armpit down to hip, top of the breath, and then release the breath. Exhale as you bring your arm back down. Clasp the hands in front of the body. Exhale fully. Inhale deeply from the belly. As you lift the clasp, and you can do a back bend if it feels good, but really just reach up. And then as you exhale, I'll turn so you can see, you tuck the chin, squeeze the stomach muscles, arch the spine, and squeeze the air out. It's like bellows in a fireplace. Let's try that a couple more times. So clasp the hands, exhale fully. Inhale from the belly, up. And then exhale, push and squeeze the air all the way out. Really tuck the chin fiercely, engage the abdominal muscles fiercely. Bottom of the breath. Inhale, clasp comes up and opens the heart. And exhale, push and squeeze the air all the way. And back to neutral. Inhale from the belly through the nose. And this time, as you exhale, twist the body to the right. You can use your knee or the chair back to accentuate it and squeeze the air out with a twist. Back to neutral. Inhale from the belly. As you exhale, twist to the left, squeezing the air. Ooh, crack the back for bonus points and return to neutral. Keep the eyes closed for a moment or two longer, or close them if you are open, and just feel how that feels. A little bit of asana, which is postural yoga, combined with the breath. Moving the spine, breathing together is a wonderful way to reconnect the body, build the energy, balance the energy, and just make life a little more pleasant. Okay, so I'm going to go through these breath practices. It's 8:20. I got 40 minutes. I'm going to polish off the 4 breath practices. We're going to do all of them together, and then I will take questions for as long as you've got them. So I guess I'll do something like dismiss the class and thank everyone for coming, and then I will take any kinds of questions you have about any of the practices or your own personal practice. I just put the outline in the chat again, so you've got that. All right. So first, pranayama. And for all of these, I will say how they fit with intentional psychedelic work, how they support journey work, and how they also can induce non-ordinary states of consciousness without substances. And this is all speaking to therapeutic use of psychedelics. I don't think many people who are using them recreationally are going to be doing pranayama. Maybe they will, but that's not my business. This is to support psychedelic work for healing and spiritual development. So box breathing, this is the simplest one. And many people will want to keep on practicing this. So it simply goes, we count, set up a rhythm, and it's the beat, 4 beats, inhale from the belly, 4 beats holding the breath at the top. So you hold the breath with full lungs, then a slow count of 4 as you let the breath go, exhale, and then a count of 4 at the bottom with empty lungs again. So it's inhale, hold the breath at the top, exhale, hold the breath on empty. So here it goes, and I invite you to join whenever you feel ready to join. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the top, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the bottom, empty, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the top, 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, 4, hold on empty. 2, 3, 4. Inhale from belly. Hold at the top. Let it go. Hold on empty. Inhale from belly. Hold at the top. Let it go. Hold on empty. Inhale from belly. Hold at the top. Let it go. Hold empty. Inhale. Hold at the top. Let it go. Hold empty. Inhale. Hold at the top. Let it go. Hold on empty. And allow the breath to return to normal. Invitation to keep the eyes closed or close them just for a moment and just scan your internal feelings. Just feel how it feels to do a minute of box breathing. So in the context of therapeutic work with psychedelics, the box breathing is very good for aspects like here I show you on the outline. Aspects of balance, steadiness, focus, flow. It really is very good for balancing the energy. It's very, very good. And it is very effective with music, with rhythmic music. So many, many people find music to be an absolute key ingredient of their psychedelic healing work. So the box breathing can be done with an actual rhythm of the music. So you set up that rhythm, and this is how to induce a non-ordinary state of consciousness without substances. I would recommend for that lying down or in a comfortable seat and put on some trancy music with a beat that, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, hold, 2, 3, 4, let it go, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and just keep breathing with the rhythm like that. The mechanics are key. So the inhale, I did a little bit through the mouth. I was trying to get a little more sound so you could hear me. Mouth or nose, inhale doesn't matter. Nose is probably a little bit more calming. And then exhale, it's really important thing is that the jaw is relaxed. And the really important thing is that the breath goes all the way out. So you really release it all the way. And you do that to the rhythm and get that trancy rhythmic music going for a while, and you will start to enter a non-ordinary state of consciousness, a kind of trance state. Very, very effective for supporting psychedelic journey work as well. The box breathing. A final word on it is if you would like to explore different numbers, you have my blessing. If, in other words, you want to go 4 up, hold for 4, exhale for 8, hold for 4. Or you want to go inhale for 4 and hold at the top for 12, and then exhale for 4 and hold at the bottom for 12 or something like that. You can explore different rhythms. I would recommend when you're going into a session, whether with substances or not, that you make your choice of what your numbers are going to be and stick with that for that session. I find it a little bit distracting to change the numbers of the rhythm mid practice. That's just me. But really, I think in my teaching, it's very, very important for you to creatively engage with your practice. So if you find something else is calling to you, just be safe, be sensible. If there's a question, you could reach out to me or some other yogi, and they will guide you. But ultimately, it's very good to have a creative relationship with your practice. Okay, practice pranayama number 2. This is Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing. It is associated with aspects of calm, relaxation, contemplation. That is really what it is famous for. Okay. If you are dealing with a lot of adverse mental states, you may find that a pranayama that most people describe as soothing and relaxing to you stokes up a lot of energy. These things are much more subtle and multifarious than a pharmaceutical. You take a pharmaceutical to pep you up, it'll pep you up. You take it to numb you, it'll numb you. A pranayama is more like energy balancing of your whole system. So it's possible that when you explore them, you will not describe them with those aspects. But when I say that Nadi Shodhana is very calming, that's generally what yoga teachers and practitioners describe it as. Okay, so very simple. You can join me at any time. First, take this mudra. So we take the hand and fold the pointer and the middle finger. So you have the thumb out here and the finger and pinky here. If you like to just use pinchers with these two fingers, that is totally cool. So pro tip, I like to support the elbow with my other palm like this to avoid the shoulders getting tired. You don't want any tension in the shoulders and certainly no tension in the jaw. So this is nose breathing. So X, and if you're, I should say, if you're stuffy in the nostrils, just watch this pranayama. You want to have fairly good flow in both nostrils, otherwise it will not be comfortable and probably not beneficial. So in that case, just watch this one. So take the mudra, get the mudra ready. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, exhale fully, both nostrils. Inhale deeply from the belly through both nostrils. And now seal the right nostril so that you're exhaling only through the left, all the way out. Remember that. Let it go. Now inhale only through that same nostril, the left, from the belly to the top. And now switch and exhale through the right, all the way out. Inhale from the belly through the right. Switch nostrils, exhale through the left, all the way out. Inhale through the left. Switch, exhale right, all the way out. Let it go. Inhale from the belly through the right. Switch, exhale left. Really let it go. Inhale from the belly through the left nostril. Switch, exhale right. And continue at your own pace. It's exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, switch. And when you finish the side you're on, release both nostrils, exhale all the way out. Invitation to keep the eyes closed for a few more moments and just feel how Nadi Shodhana feels on the nervous system. Really tend, ooh, I feel that. Now I feel the accumulation of tiredness from the day. Sometimes we can hide our emotions from ourselves, and pranayama can tend to really clarify them. So, so yeah, this is like gold for preparation for a journey. Many people, when they're preparing for therapeutic psychedelic ceremony, it's nervous. It should be. It's a healthy respect for the medicine to be going, and the fact of non-ordinary states of consciousness to be going in with a little bit of nervousness. Very healthy. So, Nadi Shodhana is a wonderful thing to do approaching that experience. It will really balance the energy for the experience. It can be done if the medicine is in you and you're starting to feel jittery and you have some time to practice. It's a good go-to to have in your toolkit. And as far as inducing non-ordinary states without substances goes, you might have felt it happening organically, But what will start to happen is you will be able to exhale longer and longer. And again, the mechanics are the most important thing. The inhale's from the belly, and the exhale is just letting go. It's really just letting go, letting go, letting go. And as you practice this pranayama longer, you will find that your ability to do really long exhalations continues to improve. And when you do that just naturally, not forcing it, but just allowing the exhalation to get more drawn out, more surrendered, more relaxed over 15 minutes of practice, you will again enter a very beautiful, non-ordinary headspace. You could say it's a little bit trance-like. It might feel like a lucid dream. But Nadi Shodhana is very potent when practiced for a long time, and especially when exhaling slowly, not forcing it, but just allowing it to happen naturally. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. So this one that I'm going to teach is called Kapalabhati. This means skull shining breath. So this is the breath that shines the skull. It will not surprise you that this is associated with aspects like focus, energy, clarity, sharpness. This is a very good thing to practice if you're feeling the opposite of jittery. If you're feeling like brain fog, can't focus, distracted, down, and you just want to stoke the energy quickly, Kapalabhati is a great go-to. I would suggest if you just recently ate that you either practice this with extreme caution or just skip this one. So in the psychedelic context of actually doing the journey work, 99 times out of 100, the doctor or the therapist or the guide will suggest not eating for a duration before the psychedelic experience. So it's moot. You'll be able to practice any of these pranayama. Right now, we're on a Thursday evening. And many of you may have eaten recently. So if you ate recently and have a full belly, I would go very slow with this or skip it. So the way Kapalabhati works is I take only about a half inhale. So like again from the belly, but it's not a full all the way to the top. It's like halfway, and then I snap the diaphragm. Okay, just going like I won't go like with this with my lips, but it's like it's like ha 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 ha. You may have done that exercise in the theater. That some theater teachers, when they're taking beginning actors and they're trying to get them to project to the back of the theater without it seeming like the character on stage is yelling, is they go, huh, you have to push from the diaphragm, ha, and then the breath comes out very strong and the projection happens and you can reach the back of the theater without seeming like you're yelling. So it's a snapping, and it's also like hut, hut, hike in football. You just hut, 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 like that, but without the vocal cords. So it's like this. You can see my body shaking. It's just the snapping of the diaphragm, pushing the air out, 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 out. Very important instruction is you are not consciously inhaling. Okay. This is not hyperventilation. It is not exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. It's just exhale, 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 exhale. The inhale, the elasticity of the lungs rebound on their own, and a little bit of breath will come in, and that's what you do. You just snap it out, 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 out. If you feel lightheaded at any point during this practice, which you're doing seated or lying down, then just stop the breath practice, put your head down, do some natural breathing, and it will pass. But it is important in this one, again, you do not consciously inhale. It's simply snap, 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 out, 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 out. It's like this. Half inhale, and then I don't know if the Zoom sound is erasing it, but it's like push, 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 snap, snap, snap. It's good for the abdominal core too, and it shines the skull. That's the name of this, the skull shining breath. All right, so let's shine our skulls. I'm going to count 64 of them. You don't have to count. Again, if you feel exhausted or lightheaded at any point, just stop. And if you recently ate, you might want to skip this one. Okay, so let's prepare for Kapalabhati by doing 2 conscious breaths. So wherever you are in your breath Exhale fully. Inhale deeply from the belly. Though remember, when we practice Kapalabhati, we're not consciously inhaling. And now let the breath go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. One more inhalation from the belly. And just let the breath go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go all the way out. And now inhale about halfway and begin. Push the final breath all the way to the bottom. Inhale fully all the way to the top through the nose. And now let go and allow the breath to return to normal. Invitation to keep the eyes closed for a few more moments, just to feel how Kapalabhati feels on the nervous system. So applied to psychedelic practice again. This is the opposite of jitter energy, though. You could practice it like that. It's not like pharmaceuticals, where if you're feeling jittery and you take Adderall or something, you're going to be even more jittery. In this case, the pranayama is much subtler and more balancing. So you be you, you get to know you through practice. If you feel, wow, I'm jittery, I should do Kapalabhati. That's going to help consolidate my energy. Go for it. So, I'm giving suggestions about the aspects, but it's really your creativity and your particular body mind. Um, Cultivating psychedelic states, I would use Kapalabhati with care. If you want to practice it lying down, do 108. That's a ceremonial number. Some particularly sadistic yoga teachers will include Kapalabhati in postures, like down dog or plank pose. I would be careful with that unless you're under the guidance of a teacher. But it's another wonderful pranayama to have in your psychedelic yoga toolkit. I will now teach the final of the 4 pranayama. This one, in my experience, is the ultimate. The way I say this to students, and I teach this also to my high school physics students because it helps them in so many ways to be better physics students because their focus improves, their energy improves. But if you were to come to me, this is the way I put it. There are 3 aspects of this pranayama. If you were to say, Henry, you're a yoga teacher. I'm an athlete, not me, but hypothetically you. And you say, I'm training for an ultra marathon, or I'm training to go bicycle 200 miles. Give me your best practice in yoga from all of your experience that will help me. This is the pranayama that I would teach you. It has actually been studied scientifically and been found to enhance athletic performance in extreme athletes, people who do things like run 50 miles. So this pranayama is your go-to for that purpose. If you came to me and said, I'm doing psychedelic therapeutic work. This is like me in real life. I'm working on myself. I'm trying to access emotions. I'm trying to find these old blockaded emotions, maybe from childhood or early experience that are clogging me up, and I want to access them. I want to feel what I'm feeling. And a lot of your therapeutic modalities emphasize that, actually being able to feel your feelings. And you said, of all your bag of tricks from 30 plus years of yoga, 35 years of yoga probably by now, what do you got? I would do the same pranayama. Think about that. The same breath practice. That's the best thing I know for ultimate extreme athletic performance is also the pranayama at the bottom of the breath, where you are going to encounter this intimate view of your own emotional state, which can be very, very useful and very, very healing. And the third thing, in addition to athletic performance and emotional access, is if you said, all right, Henry, you got 35 years of yoga. I want to cultivate mystical experience. whether I'm using substances or not. I want to have these moments of where it like snaps in and reality snaps in, and there's a sense of bliss and a sense of knowing and all those hard to put into words aspects of mystical experience. This is the pranayama that I would teach you. And so I am saying that this one that I'm about to share is, and it's all the one I mentioned, the transformative trip I had 7 years ago. This was the pranayama that I was practicing. I'm going to ask that you let me demonstrate this first, because it is a little bit more involved than the other ones, though it's pretty simple. I'm going to teach it in a simple form. And again, if you feel lightheaded at any point, just stop the breath practice, put your head down, breathe normally. I would not practice this pranayama in a situation where you do not want to lose consciousness, like a bathtub. Do not practice in the bathtub. Do not practice this behind the wheel of a car. I would not practice any of these pranayama behind the wheel of a car or anything like that, okay? Because you can get lightheaded. So, all right. So, Kumbhaka Rechaka Pranayama is 5 very deep breaths in rapid succession. So it's a little bit of mild hyperventilation. To make it a little louder and also to get good access of the air, I'm going to pull through pursed lips instead of my nose. So I'm going to pull the air in like that, but it's still from the belly. The mechanics are the same. Belly swells like a balloon. Exhale is just letting go. I'm going to do 5 of those. 5 in rapid succession. And that pretty much that rhythm I just did. And then on the 5th and final exhalation, the 5th and final letting go, I'm going to let the breath drop all the way to the bottom, empty lungs. Okay. Very important, crucial. Do not use force. If you simply use your abdominal strength to push the air out, it's not going to hurt you, but you're not getting all those benefits I mentioned. The goal is to simply surrender the breath. It will happen probably for most of you in bursts. You'll let go, and then you'll realize you're holding more air. You'll let go a little more air. You'll let go a little more. Keep doing that. Letting go, letting go, letting go. And then I'm going to rest at the bottom with empty lungs for a long time until I simply have to breathe in. Okay? I'm not suggesting you practice this to the point of great discomfort, but a little bit of discomfort is the sweet spot. So a little bit of you're holding the breath at the bottom, empty lungs. You let just by letting go, not by force. And you want to breathe and you want to breathe and you want to breathe, but you don't. You just kind of bypass it by letting go and surrendering. And then eventually the breath comes roaring back in. Okay? I'm going to recap, I'm going to demo, and then we're going to do it together. So 5 very deep breaths from that mechanic we discussed in the beginning. Inhale swells the belly. Exhale just lets the breath go. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then in the final and 5th exhalation, I'm going to let the breath go. I'm going to let it go, not going to push it all the way out. And I'm going to rest on empty lungs until I absolutely must breathe. Okay, so here's the demo. Upright position and exhale fully and little tickle in my throat. So you notice a little bit out of breath. So if you practice it well, you'll be a little bit out of breath because you held the breath to the point where it started to be a little bit uncomfortable. All right, let's practice together. I'll talk you through the rhythm of the 5 breaths. It's 5 very deep, robust breaths from the belly. Exhales, just letting go. Surrender, surrender, surrender. Eventually, fifth and final one, you let drop all the way to the bottom and you hold on empty very peacefully, not breathing, not breathing, not breathing until the air just rushes back in. Okay, let's do 2 breaths to prepare. So, invitation to close the eyes if that feels right. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, exhale fully. Inhale from the nose. And let the breath go. Feel the body relax. Let the breath go. This is just a preparation, just a warm up. And one more warm up breath. Inhaling deeply from the belly. Long exhale, relax that jaw, let the breath go, let it go, let it go, let it land all the way out, all the way, let it go, let it go, let it go. And here we go, from the belly all the way to the top. Let it go. 2, 3, 4, 5. And let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Invitation to keep the eyes closed for a few more moments and just feel how Kumbhaka Rechaka Pranayama feels energetically. So, I would definitely consider that to be a highly energizing practice, but I will note that my high school students, my physics students, often say that it calms them down and they prefer to do it to sleep at night, which is very interesting because it just shows what I was saying before. The pranayama is very subtle and multifaceted. So I am also putting in the chat here a feedback form. So I'm trying to I am starting a nonprofit in psychedelic yoga, trying to spread these sorts of things, ways of working, and also to collaborate with therapists and things like that to bring more of that, thank you, education into the world. So your feedback does help. So if you've got a moment to engage with that form, I would really appreciate it. And that is the wrap on the 4 pranayama. So I was very efficient. It's like 8:49 right now. Again, you've got this. Thank you. Hey, you have this outline. It is very thorough. It recaps everything. It also has my personal info. If you want to reach out with any questions or suggestions, I will respond. I will also respond through the Meetup messaging system. So now, if you've got to run, then you have my blessings and thank you for coming. Do engage with the forum if you have a moment. And now, please share some questions or observations with me and everybody else, because everybody can